What attracted me to Randolph was the established pattern of academic excellence over many, many years. The founders had an unshakable belief in the potential of children, and they were very, very much committed to a program that would provide opportunities for children to grow and develop and reach a potential that they may not have even known that they had themselves. And it seems to me as if that's the founding principle upon which the school was founded, and we've never wavered from that.
Huntsville had been a very small agricultural town. I had grown up in Huntsville when it was just a village almost. Huntsville was growing and it was very exciting.
You know, there was a big educated group that came here. That German team were very educated and had advanced degrees and technology, so.
We saw it as an opportunity that the schools were terribly overcrowded. The public schools were building a classroom and a half a week and still not keeping up with the influx of people.
They had too many children to deal with and they couldn't deal with them. And so Sharon decided that what we needed to do was start a private school. And it never occurred to us that it wouldn't be successful. Sharon Rhett was a force to be reckoned with.
I always felt that she had inherited her father's political ability in the best sense of the word. She knew how tactfully to get the best out of people.
Sharon Rhett made me get involved with it, and she called and asked if I was interested in helping with found a private school in Huntsville. She called a few other people. We thought of other people that we thought might be interested. And what we did is raise money. We were terribly excited if somebody gave us $100, but really, really excited if they gave us $1,000.
And then there was the problem of raising money. So we decided to bring in the other husbands, and those husbands duly came in, and we thought they would help raise money. And we made a very curious discovery. Men in Huntsville at that time were not accustomed to asking people for money. And he would say, well, I've been wanting to get around to it. Well, it ended up that one of us did it. And that was a revelation. Just as was true in raising funds, it was very hard to get a good, competent person interested in a school which did not yet exist.
We didn't have the foggiest idea how to start a school, but luckily, David Leech, who was the headmaster that we hired, did know.
Harry Rhett played tennis in the summer up at Cape Cod with my headmaster. So he told me they were looking for somebody. I came down and I began to think this would be interesting to do, to start a school.
And when he moved here, we had rented the house, a lovely house on Randolph Street that has columns and, lovely old house. And his office was the only place left to put him was the cedar chest, the cedar-lined closet that was upstairs, and his desk was in there. So we've come a long way.
And it was in not very good repair, but we made a school out of it. We just started and did it.
The building, of course, was not designed for a school. The hot air ducts were in the middle of the floor, and some kids had to sit over and around it and so on.
We had an election, the 20 of us, the 12 of us, the 8 husbands, formed what we called the Society for the Founding of a Private School in Huntsville. We still hadn't named it. And we had to vote on the name. We had suggested different names, heads had been shaken over. And the two finalists were Twickenham for the this was before Twickenham District was founded. And the other one was Randolph for the name of the street that we started on. And the vote Randolph carried by just one vote.
It started out small. We didn't have any big deals when we were starting. We had a teacher that was good. David Leech was an excellent faculty builder. He got people who knew what they were doing and would, love doing it.
And I will say I surely lucked out. I really lucked out. There wasn't a single mistake in the soliciting I did for the first faculty. I just was able to get top-rate people.
We were going to work the school into a college preparatory school, starting modestly with several elementary grades.
We started with 3 grades, I think. The first 3 years. And as the school grew, as the classes progressed, so the school grew. And finally, we outgrew the building on Randolph Street and built the one that's out on Drake.
The mission was to interest the children intellectually and to give them a full experience of youth and learning.
It lives up to what we wanted. We wanted it a school for children who were able and willing to do good work. We didn't want people who were just going to skim through and think they had an education. They were going to Randolph because they wanted an education. And you can't beat that.
Willing to work and able to do good work. That's a simple statement, but it's also a profound statement. A profound statement.
The school always offered quality programs. There was never any doubt. I mean, if you could afford to go to Randolph, you were getting the very best of education.
We're so proud of what it's
We are.
very proud.
I don't know anything that I'm proud of than having helped found Randolph.
They've kept the standards up, and it's a good school. And I would never have imagined that it would be this large.
It's just been a joy. It's one of the things I'm proud of is the Randolph School and being connected with it.
When I was asked to come down and go through the new school, and we go down and I go in the front door, and the minute I walked in there, I said, this is not just high school. This is a sense of a small college. And this is what's going to happen when these boys and girls come in here. They are going to realize this building, this thing that people have worked so hard to obtain is a preparation for college. It's not going to be, well, here's the high school. It's going to be in their minds. What a fine building. Looks more like a small college.
For the first year or so when we were planning the school, we didn't have a chairman. We took turns meeting in each other's houses. When we met here at my house, I had the dining room table set with a yellow pad and a pencil in front of each chair. And Sharon told Harry Hipred, her husband, about that, and he laughed at the pomposity of it. We must think we were a bank board of directors. Well, actually, what came out of that was as important as any bank in the life of the community, in my modest opinion.
Randolph came into being as NASA was settling into Huntsville. I'm reminded that in addition to being a place for individual children, individual boys and girls to grow and develop, it's also an asset for the whole community. And we need to also be aware of the public purpose of a private school to assure that we are serving not only individual children, but that we're also a positive, contributing community member of the Huntsville community. Those are the extraordinary opportunities that make for the growth and development of children and will make Randolph the kind of school that it should be for the next 50 years, very much in line with what it's been for its first 50 years.